Hey guys, it's Ashley with Luli's, and I'm going to give you the quick and dirty explanation about CMYK versus RGB color spectrum. If you're here, you have had issues translating what you're seeing on the screen to what you print. So your colors aren't lining up. You may have them appearing darker. They're not as vibrant. They're absolutely not neon. They are not what you're seeing on the screen. So to explain that, what we need to first understand is the colors on your screen are RGB, red, green, blue. And you have things that impact that, like the brightness of your screen. And I tried dimming my screen to show how that would impact it on the video, but it doesn't actually show it. So lesson learned for me. And CMYK colors are printable colors. That's your cyan, magenta, yellow, black. If you have a DTF printer or a white toner printer, you have a W for white. So, but CMYK is your color match for printing. So there's different files. Most of your digital images are PNG files. They are RGB colors. If you want to print, that's a TIFF file, .tiff, or a PDF. They print and save in CMYK. Now your printer will do some translation between RGB and CMYK. And the thing is, the saying, all toads are frogs, but not all frogs are toads. Same concept. So all CMYK colors are within the RGB spectrum, but not all RGB colors are in the CMYK spectrum. It's a very vast, different thing, as well as visible colors, and we're not even going to get into that. So I took a print here from Creative Fabrica. It was a neon print. That's literally all I searched was neon, because I knew there were going to be colors outside of my print capabilities. You can print neon if you have a neon ink, fluorescent ink printer. I don't. That's way out of my budget. Or you have to go to a true commercial printer that can handle that aspect. But it's hard to find, at least in my experience. So to show you what I'm talking about. So this is one pattern that I got. This is a different one. Both seem very bright, vibrant, look wonderful, right? These would look great on something. I have no idea what. I'm not a Paisley fan. So if I'm looking at this, this is what I want to see when I go to print it. However, there are some ways in Photoshop to determine if it's doable. So I've got right here, as you can see, I've got my little color picker, and it has every color. This is RGB. So I've got everything, all these colors available, and this is a super high red. Okay. Well, I want to know what in my print is actually going to print accurately. So in Photoshop, I can go to View and proof my colors. Okay, and it'll adjust a little bit. You really can't see much of it here, but you can also click on your gamut warning. So everything that just got grayed out is outside of the color spectrum. So none of those are going to print exactly like what you're looking at. They're too bright. They're a lot brighter. They're more fluorescent, more neon. You're going to get a darker print than what you're seeing on the screen, because there's a lot of factors in that. So when you go to design something, and I'm going to add another layer just to kind of show this. I'm going to turn off my gamut warning and proof colors. So I'm going to hide this layer, and let's say we're just going to draw a box. Okay? And I'm going to fill that box. So I have every color that I could possibly want. And we're going to go with a hot pink right all the way up here. Okay? And I'm going to fill it. And we'll even do a green. Super neon green. Beautiful green. Okay. And we're going to throw a teal on there for good measure. What shade of teal do I want? Yeah, I like that blue right there. Okay. All right. And as always, we are creating in chaos. So there is a ton of traffic outside of my house because the camp down the street are heading back. So now I have these 3 awesome colors. Deselect. And let's throw this out. None of these are going to print, just so you know. I'm well aware of that when I picked them, and I picked them for that reason. So let me remove that. So I'm going to make my own design. How do I know it's going to be working and I don't have to go back and rechange colors? Well, I'm going to design in CMYK. So you can, over here in mode, or up here in image for mode for Photoshop. I want this to be working in CMYK. Just go ahead and merge all that, which means my paisley one. Now see, you can see right there that my colors, especially the pink and the green, are severely noticeable. And so I want to know which of these colors I can use and actually get a good translation in the print. So I'm going to have my color picker open, and I'm going to go ahead and click view, and I want gamut warning. So as you can see, this little bitty strip on this blue went gray because these aren't available in CMYK. In this dark blue, you're going to end up all of this. And as you scroll through, you can see all of the color sections that are available and how much really disappears. Like green's a tough one, that you can use for CMYK. So if you have that gamut warning enabled while you have your color picker open, it'll automatically adjust all of that. So you can adapt missing some of the brightness. So like obviously this one is automatically going to translate right down to like that, or find something close. And since I went ahead and did that gamut warning the whole time, I can keep that open. And let's do a color picker here. And see, that's where that nice hot pink translated to. So we're going to do this. And this does look very bright on my screen. 100%. It does look neon. It is not going to print neon because the brightness on my screen is so much that looks so much brighter than it is. And then same with my green. My green is slid from there. I mean, we had this way up in here. That's how bright that was. I mean, that was pure neon. And now it's down in here, so it's going to look a little bit more like a grassy type green. And see over here, you can see the full color spectrum for RGB, and you can compare here. You're nowhere, you don't have nowhere near the color range that you did. But that's okay, because there are still plenty of excellent colors and ways to get the print look you're going for with CMYK prints. It's just a matter of starting out your design in that, so then you're not stuck on, I really wanted this shade of pink versus this shade of green, and have to adjust. And I learned that lesson the hard way in designing my logo before I really understood the color spectrum. And it took me a very long time, probably a good 6 months, before I was truly happy with my color logo, the colors in my logo. So but that's really the best explanation in the easiest terms I can tell you as far as the difference between RGB and CMYK and why it's important to your printing. Now, if you're just making digital images, marketing or logos that'll never be printed and stuff like that to just really eye-catching and pops, absolutely design in RGB 100%. If it's never going to get printed, RGB all the way. You got so many colors. But if you're going to be printing, or it's going to be printed 100% design in CMYK. It will save you so much headache and frustration and supplies, because you know you're going to print this multiple times and then be super irritated and frustrated because you haven't gotten the colors that you need. So to help with some color matching, I'm going to do another video that explains some of that using some of this concept. So just like and follow. If you've got any questions, please hit me up. You can email me at Ashley@Luli's, throw a comment, whatever, message me on Facebook. I'm Luli's on Facebook. And we'll see if we can't get you straightened out. So thanks for watching.